And how close do you feel the movie came to describing what you expect to have happen here?
No, I was not consulted, so they made huge mistakes in the movie. You can see the airplanes flying and the cars driving. That's impossible because with the change of the magnetic field, you will have an electromagnetic pulse that destroys all computers. So the airplanes will crash down, the cars will stop working. No, that is not the only fault. They make there the fault from the tidal wave above the Himalaya. That's 7 kilometers high. Crazy. Jesus. They should have consulted me. The movie was almost ready, and then they asked me to say things about the movie. They invited me to London, and then I had to say things before seeing the movie. And then I explained everything, and then they said, well, we will use that before the movie will be shown to the public in the theaters. But they never used what I was saying. So I feel very cheated about these guys. If they would have consulted me, the movie would have been at least 10 times better. I would have started in Egypt with the excavation of the labyrinth, the finding of the circle of gold, the previous civilization, the predictions that they made that came true, and then I would say, look, and then starting with 2012. And that would have had a much bigger impact than this movie.
Well, it does sound to me like you would have wanted to actually base it on reality instead of complete and total fabrication.
Yeah, they should have contacted me. They were very stupid. I would have done it for nothing.
Yeah, the problem with that, of course, is that it would have had to have been something, honest. So,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Yeah, definitely fact is stranger than fiction. In your book, How to Survive 2012, you stated that the crustal shift shifted the Earth 72 degrees in less than half an hour. That's approximately 5,000 miles. How confident are you of the speed of the crustal shift?
Yeah, that is a problem I hope to solve also in the labyrinth from Egypt, because it looks quite large shift in such a short amount of time. But I think there is a possible other explanation for it. If you move the whole Earth, it's not a crustal shift, it's a movement, I think, from the whole Earth at once. And that is a better explanation for it, but still it's very fast. So I only can say what I decoded, and did I have a misinterpretation? Is it not a half an hour? Is it 5 hours? No, it could be. I don't know. I'm not sure of it.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. Because the reason why we ask is that we have heard tales, and there are stories and myths about the crustal shift occurring in 3 jerks over a 30 or 40 hour period. Also, with the Earth speed being 1,000 miles per hour. For the Earth to slow down and stop, and then to start from 0 and speed up to 1,000 miles per hour again, in the opposite direction, it produces kinetic energy, friction, and subsequently between the crust and the mantle. If it was too fast, wouldn't there be too much heat that all life on Earth would be killed? So there would have to be restrictions on the speed of the crustal shift and the speed of the deceleration.
Yeah. Yeah, that is right. But I expect the one from next year to happen in 2 or 3 days. So not in hours. And that won't make a big heat. There was, I don't know if I have the link again, there was a scientist who researched the possibility of a stop of the Earth rotation and then going to the other side, and he stated clearly that what the scientists think today, that it stops and then reverses, that is impossible. I agree, that is impossible, but I have another explanation. I say it is more, it's an upside down movement from the inner core, and you don't need that much energy to do it, and also you don't produce a lot of energy while working it out. So, but the movement from the 72 degrees, that is still, like you said, is considering me. I don't know. Maybe there is an easy explanation for it that I overlook. So.
Okay, thank you. Ground Rod, you have a question.
Aren't we at a pretty late hour here, Patrick, to find anything out from within the labyrinth?
Yeah, we are, of course, over time. I was the first time in Egypt in 1997. So, and in 2005, I was there with friends of Poland that knew Egyptians that could make everything possible. Then it went a bit down until 2008. We scanned the labyrinth with a georadar. We found the labyrinth. You can find the link on my website with the things on it. And so the labyrinth is really there. Unfortunately, it is underwater because 200 years ago there was a Frenchman who put a side canal of the Nile above it to have water for the desert to make their fruit and vegetables. So the problem is the labyrinth is underwater and we have to pump the water out. And for that fact, I think we are really too late. But still, I want to see it, if possible.
Thank you, Patrick. Neo, you have a question for Patrick?
Yes, thanks, Jules. Patrick, the Hopi have a prophecy, or the Hopi prophecy has a particular petroglyph on a rock cliff in the Black Mesa of Arizona depicting the four worlds. Are you aware of this?
No. What is on the petroglyph? Do you know what it is?
In the Hopi prophecy, the first world apparently ended when all the volcanoes of the world erupted and an all-consuming fire engulfed the first world. The second world apparently ended when the poles shifted and the earth was covered in ice and mountains fell into the oceans and seas. In the third world, it was destroyed through water with large continents sinking and breaking apart into small islands and incredible rains fell. The Hopi say the fourth world will be destroyed by a purge by fire. Could you be mistaken in your assumption that the one to fear for 2012 is not so much the floods but the solar flares or coronal mass ejections that the Hopi prophecy seemed to state?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because I already said that the time between the cataclysm is now 300 years more. So the sun had time to build more destruction in it. And what the Hopi are saying could be quite true, that we will be destroyed by huge solar flares and coronal mass ejections at the end of times in 2012. I think they make something quite important.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. We have only 2 or 3 more questions left, Patrick. Cliff's research shows that crustal shifts have occurred in the past when the physical pole meets the magnetic pole. Are you aware of this?
Yeah. No, I'm not aware of the research from Cliff about this. No, sorry. Can't say anything about it.
That's fine. Some researchers also show that there is a hidden government, like Operation, that have advanced technology, and they may be trying to move the magnetic pole away from the physical pole. They may be trying to shut down the jet stream or the ocean currents to force an ice age to try to stop a crustal shift. Do you think if we were into an ice age that we could prevent a crustal shift or at least minimize it?
No, that won't make much difference, because a crustal shift comes from the inner core of the Earth, and there is nothing possible to stop this happening. No.
Okay, great, thank you. Patrick, as we end this discussion, we wanted to ask you one final question. For many, 2012 may be the end of this life. In a previous documentary, I heard you say that during your early days, after just finding out about this information, you became very depressed. Recently, your outlook has changed, and you seem to be taking this as a challenge. What is your aim in life now, and what drives you?
Well, the only thing that I can do is try to survive it. It's not for me, it's for humanity. If I can put some people together that are smart enough to see in the future, in the far, far away future, to warn the far, far away descendants that this will happen again, and that they need to establish a certain kind of civilization that will learn from this, and also that will make the maybe fatal mistakes that we are making. That is what I want to put far away in the future, and that is my aim. If all the nuclear reactors go down and the nuclear fuel also blows up, it could be too late for humanity. So, but if we don't try, we don't have a chance. And we go for it.
Yes, very true. We are at the end of the show. Thank you, Patrick. Dank u wel.
Okay.
I hope you have enjoyed the interview like we have enjoyed. If not, teshlech, or bad luck.
Yeah.
I believe there is a Dutch saying which says, the future is a book with 7 locks. Translated, it means nobody can predict the future.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this time the saying will be wrong, and a Belgian by the name of Patrick Geryl can predict the future. Although I hope you...
well, let me state this. This is not about a prediction.
No.
This is a calculation from the Maya. So this is not a prophecy, it's not a prediction, it is a basic calculation. They knew something that we don't know. It's like the theory of Newton. With the theory of Newton, you can say, in 10 million years the moon will be there and Mars will be there and so on, and the gravitation of the Earth is that way. As the same, the Maya calculated the end of the magnetic field of the Earth for 2012. That's it.
Through a forecast or extrapolation, I guess.
Yeah.
Although I hope you are wrong, Patrick, it is only a fool who doesn't listen to your work and do their own research. Either way, many people in the world will be better prepared because of your work. On behalf of Fox and all the members of the Webbot Forum, we thank you for your time and your work. May you have many pies to come. Dank u wel.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And,
yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very, very much, Patrick.
Very much. Yes, indeed.
So I hope you can get the word out.
And I think it's time to start working till October 2011, Patrick.
We are already started.
Yes.
So.
Thank you.
I can't say more. So.
Okay. Good night. Good afternoon.
I hope more people will join. Yep. Bye.